Okay, y'all, just drop whatever you're doing and turn up your radio, 'cause it's time for BodyLove. Here's what happened last time.
There's more ways to trip and slip, more ways to get burned or electrocuted. BodyLove is a death trap. It is a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Well, he's just gonna go and drink now. You got to go after him.
He'll be back.
Oh, he'll be back? And how do you know that?
I know Sonny. You watch. He'll be back.
Don't play with me, Kevron. This isn't funny. If you really got proof of who my father is, I'll pay your price. I mean, depending on what your price is.
No, I thought you said this was important to you.
Of course it is, Kevron, but there are things that I just plain will not do.
Oh, I know that about you, and I respect that.
Uh-huh.
No, I do, and I want to play straight with you.
I'm listening.
Look, you know I have this record deal going, and the producer wants to hear some new tracks, and he wants to hear them like yesterday. Now, you know my stuff. It's all keyboard and computer. He wants to hear some vocal, and he specified female vocal. And immediately, I thought of the angel voice of Maya Baxter.
But that's great. I mean, why would you think that would be something you'd have to con me into doing?
Well, the truth about this contract is there's lots of money promised, but nothing up front. So whatever you do for me, you'll be doing for free.
We couldn't have a contract saying I'd get something later after the record starts selling?
Oh, sure. Yeah, we can write you a little contract like that. Yeah. Just remember that sometimes it takes a long time for a record to make a profit. And I mean a long time, as in never.
I understand all of that. I'll come work in the studio as much as you need. But meanwhile, you better tell me what it is you know.
Let me put it like this. Growing up in a preacher's house, you find out all kinds of things about all kinds of people.
Things like what?
I seem to remember a certain envelope your mom left with my dad. Years ago this was, but I remember it with a photographic clarity.
Are you serious? What was in it?
I've never found it worth my while to recover this artifact until now, but I do remember it was to be opened only in the event of her untimely demise.
Kevron, that's it. That's got to be it. Can you get it? I mean, you do know where it is and everything.
You come to my studio tomorrow and we'll start recording. At the end of the session, I will place that letter right in the palm of your sweet little hand.
Listen, Saul, I think we just gotta face facts. Sonny could be anywhere.
I still want to keep looking.
Mo, I'd just keep quiet if I were you. You're the one who let Sonny get away in the first place.
He said he didn't want to stay at our house. What was I supposed to do, hog tie?
You could have done something, but no, you just let him walk right out the front door.
Saul, now I know you're upset, but don't be talking to your grandpa like that.
Mama Mabel, I was handling the situation just fine before the two of you butted in. I'm the one who's been there for Sonny for the past week, and with me, he was doing real good.
Doing real good? Is that why the first time things get a little sticky, he's got to run off and start drinking again?
We don't know what he's doing. We don't know where he is or anything. And I thought you said that God had told you that Sonny was your responsibility.
Then why do you think I told Mo to take us out looking for him?
We can't just keep driving around to every bar and liquor store in town, though.
Yes, we can. He hasn't been to any of these places, so maybe he's off somewhere and not drinking. Yeah, let's just keep on looking, all right?
Fidelia, I thought you were going to be at the lodge with Roz all day. My sister has made it very clear that she can do just fine without my help, thank you very much. She has her big screen TV and her hunky therapist Carlos, and all's right with the world.
Yeah, and she's also in constant pain and is still basically a prisoner in that place.
Okay, all right, Miss Vanessa. I'm just saying she doesn't need me breathing down her neck, so I figured I'd better get over here and make sure you're not making our bad situation worse.
Fidelia, I don't have time for this. I have a customer coming in about 2 minutes and I still have this whole floor to sweep. So either grab the other broom and help me or be quiet.
Look at these tiles. They're cracked and spotted and peeling. And you think sweeping the hair off them is going to help?
I'd love to replace the flooring in here, Fidelia. But you know and I know we don't make enough money for renovation.
Not the way you run things.
My family opened this salon 30 years ago.
Yeah, and 30 years later, it's got the same old clients, same old equipment, and the same old way of running a business.
And it's been working. God knows it hasn't made any of us rich, but we never expected it would. But it's been running on the reputation of the work we do on people's hair.
And the reputation of the women who do it.
What do you mean?
Ladies like to know they're putting themselves in the hands of a woman they can trust. A woman who has nothing to hide.
Fidelia, can't we do mind games some other time? I really do have somebody about to walk through that door. Besides, you're the one who told some of us you were HIV positive when your real secret was that you're diabetic.
That was a panic situation, and I was just trying to get Miles to leave me alone. I knew that was a mistake as soon as I said it, but that was over and done with in a few days.
Well, if you think
I'm talking about lying to everybody for years and years. Lying about something important for every minute that Maya has been alive. Dropped your broom. And here's your customer. I guess we'll talk more later.
Stay tuned for more Body Love right after this. And now, back to Body Love.
No, some of these samples are adequate, but none are excellent, not up to my standards.
I'm sorry, Kevron. I'm sure it's my fault.
Well, there are a host of problems, but hey, your voice does have a certain strained quality.
I can believe that.
Hey, you're gonna have to relax. Here, turn around. Let me rub your shoulders.
I don't know.
Yes you do. Just relax.
I guess I just keep thinking about getting that envelope. I know it's an invasion of my mother's privacy.
Well, you are never going to know for sure unless you check it out. And if it turns out to be nothing, I'll just put it back and no one besides us will ever know.
If my mother ever found out, she'd never forgive me. Oh, hey, you're really good at massages. Oh, yeah, that does help.
Yeah, you better believe it. Just close your eyes and imagine warm rays from the sun. Gently flowing into your skin, down deep into your muscles, into every part of your body.
These are my shoulders up here, Kevin.
All right, okay. Just trying to help you relax.
Well, the back rub was very helpful. But I'm still thinking about taking that letter.
You're worried about looking to a letter which your mom wrote for you to read.
After she had died or something.
A letter which your mom wrote about some secret that she's been keeping from you all your life. Lying to you about whatever it is. Day after day. For 19 years.
Maybe you're right.
Of course I'm right. Now let's get back to trying to get something down that will immortalize your voice forever in my debut album. Soon to be at the top of the charts.
Saul, does your mama know you out here with me looking for Sonny again?
Yes, sir. I come home from school, I do my homework, and then she says I can go back out.
I wonder why we're always out in rush hour traffic.
Pawpaw, how come you changed your mind? I mean, last time we went out looking for Sonny, you talked like it was a waste of time.
Oh, some things you said got me thinking. And a few things your grandmother said when we got home. They got me thinking too. The way she put it was either Sonny is sleeping in our spare bedroom or I am.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, she's real serious about this. I think she really believes God spoke to her and told her to have Sonny come live with her. With both of you.
Oh, she's serious, all right. And well, the truth is your mama Mabel is kind of right.
What? What do you mean?
Well, she says I ought to be a lot more forgiving of Sonny. And she's right about that. Fact is, I can see a lot of myself fucking Sonny.
Now that is the last thing I ever expected to hear you say.
No, see, and I don't want to ever hear you told this to anybody.
Oh, no, sir. No, sir, of course not.
But not too long ago, I was the one needing the help. The kind of help you've been giving Sonny. And it was your grandmother who was there for me.
Really?
Yeah. See, you remember I hurt my back, and the doctors gave me some high-powered pills for pain. And once I got started taking them, well, I liked it. I liked it enough to keep getting the pills, even after the prescription ran out.
Man.
But Mabel helped me get through it. So you could say I kind of know a little bit about what Sonny's going through. And she's right. I should never forget that.
Well, I always think it takes a big man to admit when he's wrong, and an even bigger man to try to help out somebody else when they've made a mess of things too.
Yeah, well, let's just keep looking for Sonny.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mrs. Toynbee. We'll see you again next week. Bye-bye. You fat cow.
Fidelia!
Well, that's what she is. And she was your last customer of the day, so now we can lock the door and finish our talk.
Okay, let's get back to you talking about blackmail.
Now, don't start using legal terms you don't know how to use.
You said you've got a terrible secret you're going to hold over my head. I think blackmail is what they call it.
I just said we need to make some changes around here. I just said this business runs on its reputation, and if anything should, tarnish that reputation.
Fidelia, I have no secrets that would keep people from wanting to get their hair done here. That's just ridiculous.
Okay, all right. Have it your way. But just in case you do, I'm saying we need to make some changes around here in case we need to attract a whole new clientele after yours has run off. In which case, you'd need to just stay out of my way and let me handle the whole thing.
Fidelia, this is my salon. My mother started it and kept it going.
Yeah, I heard all that already. And you know who's been making it run? My sister and her husband. Well, Roz is retired and Miles is dead, so who's keeping the books now?
I've been trying to make time to start bookkeeping. I know I've gotten behind on it.
See what I mean? You're trying to pretend like there's no problem instead of finding a solution. So while you were cutting people's hair today, I've been in the back looking at the books. And look at these ledgers. Do you understand half of what Miles had written here?
I'm not an accountant, Fidelia. If I was, I wouldn't have to be.
Look at this column here, ADDINC. What's add ink?
I don't know. Additional income?
Well, it shows money coming in every month for years. Now, where would additional income have been coming in from?
Are you saying somebody has been putting money into BodyLove for years without me or Ross ever knowing it?
Now you better be here again next time to hear what's gonna happen on BodyLove.
Dr. Ellis, I'm so glad that Grandpa Mo has decided to help Sonny with his drinking problem.
Saul, this will be a constant struggle for Sonny, but through family support, he can be successful at quitting.
This was BodyLove, episode 32. Written by the BodyLove Writers Group, recorded at Boutwell Studios, Jeff McKee, engineer, and directed by Will York. Featured in the cast were Shalithia Williams, James A. McCarty Jr., Tina Wilson, Ken Talley, Audrey Quinn, Cheryl Hall, and Jim Whitson, with Dr. Chris Ellis bringing today's health message. BodyLove is a project of the University of Alabama at Birmingham School of Public Health in conjunction with the UAB Department of Theater. Dr. Chris Ellis is medical consultant. Lee Shackelford and Yoko Kawamura are producers. Dr. Connie Kohler is the executive producer. Support for the Body Love Radio Drama Project is provided by a matching grant from the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, Princeton, New Jersey, along with the Joseph S. Bruno Charitable Foundation, the Community Foundation of Greater Birmingham, and the Carefree Fund of the Community Foundation of Greater Atlanta. Additional support for this episode was provided by the Alabama State Council on the Arts and the National Endowment for the Arts. Find out more about Body Love on our website, www.bodylove.org.